They said don't fight the system. They said stay quiet.
They were wrong. Lock in. We are exposing what so many have failed to. We are gonna show you what bar attorneys have hidden from all of us. Hundreds of thousands of children and twice that of parents have been lied to and walked down the road of termination. It's the death penalty. We're all of the protesters, the ones who fight for the rights of prisoners, dogs, illegal immigrants. Why aren't you coming to the aid of our children and families? Right here in America, every day a child per minute is kidnapped.
And no one cares. We fight alone until today. CPS punishers mount up. Here comes the CPS Punisher.
Anonymous tip, another lie from one of them. No warrant, no proof, just a badge and a grin. Stealing kids like trophies, thinking they'll win. Mama crying on the porch, daddy in the cage. System wrote the script, but the CPS Punisher just flipped the page. The educator they banned, I see every violation, every forged line, every ex-part hearing, every stolen time. One tap of the app and the truth ignites. Welcome to the CPS Punisher, now we can fight.
CPS and the courts have lied to us all.
The courts will not disgrace the family.
CPS Punisher.
Here to avoid the chains and expose the game.
CPS Punisher.
The educator they never wanted you to find.
Punisher.
One tap and their empire cracks. We rise, we take our kids back. The app is called the CPS Punisher. I'm the cape in the shadows, the skull in the night, the binder full of secrets and weapons you all need. Ab initio, watch me void that lie. Fourth Amendment armor, watch the tyrants cry. Falsified drug test gone in a flash. I see Tevio, warrior, due process king. Every parent's hero when the hotline rings. I call it justice. Download the truth, now the system busts us. From the courtroom to the streets, hear the battle cry. The CPS Punishers arrive. Kiss your bar asses goodbye. They tried to silence us, now we're the loudest voice in the room.
CPS Punisher.
Here to avoid the chains and expose the game.
CPS Punisher.
The educator they never wanted you to find.
Punisher.
The children never leave again. Families rise, we never look back. We now use the CPS Punisher.
This ain't revenge. This is reunification. This ain't rage. This is resurrection. Open the app. Step into the fight. You ready?
CPS Punisher. The app you need when they took your kid. CPS Punisher. The truth they hid, now the truth gets lit.
Punisher.
Download the power, take back the throne.
Punisher.
You're never alone.
CPS Punisher. The educator they never wanted you to find. Void complete. Family restored. The bar is finished. The Constitution will prevail. Judges do what's right. Treason is your penalty. Here comes the CPS Punisher.
We know it's all about the money, we know they lie, we know this is corruption. Does CPS know what they are doing to the children?
sure they won't back down. Fight for the children in every town.
They are taking our kids every day. I shout them in and no one has a thing to say. For those who have been isolated, don't be worried, you have a voice today. So listen up everyone, here is the story. Child Protective Services is real. CPS is what they call it. They want our kids because it fills a lot of people's wallet. We all think it won't be us. We say when they come we will be so tough. It all sounds good when there's no one to take them. But when they come, your voice gets to breaking. Stay calm, step away. CPS ain't taking no one today. We are educated. Stay calm, step away. CPS, you need to leave. I know the tricks up your sleeve. You can't do what you're trying to do. We have done our homework. Don't do a damn thing without a warrant. You no longer will steal our kids this way. Tiff and the Punisher have come for the calling. They are giving us the CPS warning. Their voice is loud and clear. We stop losing our kids this year. Tiff wants to fight the entire planet. She's tired of our kids being taken, god damn it. She's been fighting CPS for 30 years, bringing children home from this disgusting mess. The Punisher is screaming out loud, abolish CPS and tear it down. I want all our kids to come back. Look at all those kids' pictures held up like thin tags. Together we are stronger than we need. We will tear down CPS with high speed. We will do so much being together. Birds of a feather fly together. So watch out CPS, here we come. Picking you one by one. We promise to bring back the family and prosecute the caseworkers unhandily. Give us back the kids you have taken. Tiff and the Punisher sending you all on a vacation. The one with bars in the windows and the only games you play are old Nintendos. Corruption in courts, here we come. We won't stop until it's done. You judges need to learn what you stand for. This is Tiff and the Punisher warrior, and we cry out to all of you out there. We fought for a cause that many don't care. All children are being stolen way too often. So CPS, we plan on doing the stopping. Stopping.
Hey, Tiff.
Hey,
What's going on?
it's cold. I see you like, what do you have on, a feather down coat?
No, I electric one. You know,
What?
you know the heated vest?
Is that what
It's
you're
got
wearing?
battery. Yeah, these things are awesome. I've never had one before till today.
Where'd you get it from?
Store.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Timu.
It might have been.
Oh, you are so funny. What's going on with you?
Nothing. Just been trying to. I was working on the radio station today.
Oh, yeah. How's that coming?
It's good. It's got I think I'll be able to have it up by tomorrow or the next day. It'll be all CPS all the time. And it'll be my music. Anybody else that has music out there that wants to throw us some music, throw on there, you feel more than welcome to send it to us. You know what I'm trying to do, Tiff. I'm just going to come out and say it. I'm trying to build an empire.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because no one takes us seriously as it is. So if we build an empire, they're going to have to. They don't have a choice, right?
Yeah.
They don't not take us seriously. But I don't understand how day after day, week after week, month after month, that we prove that we're the only ones that are actually doing something. Like we've built apps for people to help with. We provide them with up-to-date information that gives them every bit of knowledge that they need to have CPS not mess with them. And everybody that's out there takes from us and they use it and they do it. And that's great. That's perfectly good. Why are we not these people? You guys need to help us out there. Spread our word, because what's going to end up happening is the garbage that everybody else is trying to pass through as being advocates. Like you're seeing advocates pop up left and right, and you got to be careful of that. You got to be very careful with that. You know, like I don't know who put out the everybody can be an advocate notice, but you know, that seems to be what's going on. And you know, Tiff, the only thing that's proven through time is you and I. So I think that we have a lot to say in this matter, and you guys just need to be careful. First of all, you need to be aware that they're looking at your Facebook. They're looking at your social media. Whatever you have for social media, they're looking at it. So when you have all of these advocates out there that are blasting on Facebook and Temu, like, you know, and doing all that stuff, just remember that if those are the things that you're choosing to follow, you need to make sure that it's worth your while, because they're going to be looking at what you're looking at.
Yeah, and they're going to use it against you.
Right. Exactly.
But the one thing that you can always stand on is the Constitution, because I'm telling you,
right.
It works.
Whew. Lord Almighty. You know, the Declaration of Independence is pretty badass too, you know.
Yes, it is. I have all that on my wall. I have big posters. I have the Declaration of Independence, the Bill of Rights, the Constitution.
Always mad.
And the proclamation, whatever. I get it confused.
Proclamation?
Yeah, that.
Right. So we got that. So that's good.
And then I have.
What about the Magna Carta?
The
or
what?
the Federalist Papers? The Magna Carta or the Federalist Papers. You got those up there?
I don't have those, but I have the books. I have the book. If it's got the Bill of Rights, Declaration, the Constitution. I even have. Hold on a second, because he's climbing.
Oh Lord, monkey boy, here he goes.
Okay. Here.
Guys, the Declaration of Independence is a great document. I want to pull this up for you guys.
Sorry about that.
Declaration of Independence. Yeah, no worries. You have to.
I have all those books. I have constitutional law books. I have the paralegal law book. I have all that shit.
Yeah.
When we I even have the poster of the human rights, the Declaration of Human Rights. When the sheriff came to get his windows tinted, I normally don't let the police in my house, but I said, "Hey, I want to show you something." He almost hit the floor. I have certificates on all my shit that I've done. So yeah, it's real. It's real, and I stand on that.
So I want to read everybody this.
Okay.
It says, when in the course of human events it becomes necessary for one people to dissolve the political bands which have connected them with another, and to assume among the powers of the earth the separate and equal station to which the laws of nature and of nature's God entitle them, A decent respect to the opinions of mankind requires that they should declare the causes which impel them to the separation. We hold these truths to be self evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, that to secure these rights, governments are instituted among men, deriving their just powers from the consent of the governed, that whenever any form of government becomes destructive of these ends, it is the right of the people to alter or to abolish it, and to institute new government, laying its foundation on such principles and organizing its powers in such form as to them shall seem most likely to affect their safety and happiness. Prudence, indeed, will dictate that governments long established should not be changed for light and transient causes. And accordingly, all experience hath shown that mankind are more disposed to suffer, while evils are sufferable, than to right themselves by abolishing the forms to which they are accustomed. But when a long train of abuse and usurpations, pursuing invariably the same object, evinces and design to reduce them under absolute despotism, it is their right, it is their duty to throw off such government and to provide new guards for their future security. Such has been the patient sufferance of these colonies, and such is now the necessity which constrains them to alter their former systems of government. The history of the present King of Britain is a history of repeated injuries and usurpations, all having in direct object the establishment of an absolute tyranny over these states. To prove this, let facts be submitted to a candid world. So, that being said,
I've been saying it for years.
people, that tells you everything right there. That tells you everything that we're supposed to be doing and what needs to be done. Because I think about this last night after I went on my rant. How would you abolish CPS, right? How could you do it? Because we know it's tied into money so much, right? So how do we do it? Well, I think the beginning of it is breaking down this government of ours that has been abusing its powers for way too long. And to do our duties as Americans, as it says in the Declaration of Independence. This is what men went to war and fought over and died for, is what this says right here. This is why people have lost their lives. This is why we treat veterans with the utmost respect. And it's because our forefathers had the presence of mind to know that at one point in time, there would be corruption, there would be time that we need to sit down and say, you know what, this isn't working. None of this is working. Our country is divided more than it ever has been, and for what? This country should not be divided at all. Who cares about Democrat or Republican, really? Do you think they give a shit about you at the end of the day? No. So stop putting a label on yourself. You're an idiot. Don't do that anymore. You're an American. That's what you are. And you vote the way that you need to vote so that your country runs the way that it's supposed to in your eyes. That's what you do. No more Democrat and Republican shit. That's the start of this. Let's get rid of that. We need to end that. Because we're all just going to listen. Most people don't even know why they're a Democrat or Republican. And all they'll do is go to that voting booth and slap a D or slap a R. And unless I'm running for president, that's the only reason they should be slapping the D. But I'm not. So we don't need that shit. We don't need any of that. What we need is why they need to vote, who they need to vote for, and if they, because we don't vote on everything here. We're not a democracy. We're a republic. A republic, the citizens vote on every matter. We don't do that here. We elect officials, which we are grossly underrepresented by the amount of people that there are to, I forget the number of people that they're supposed to be per whatever. But I know that we're over it by a gajillion. So, because there's supposed to be so many people per representative in each
Per state.
Right. So, and I know that we far, far exceed those numbers now, because you figure when they did this, there was only 3 million people in the United States. So it was easy
Well,
to throw 35 men out there. Sure, go ahead, rally up these people, but not now. So it's more difficult. So we as Americans have to become those representatives. People, we need to start by taking this government back.
yeah.
You got to do it how you have to do it. That's what I'm going
I
to say
just
there.
read. Oh, go ahead. Why I find this
No,
one thing.
yeah, you have to do what you have to do it. It is not only your obligation. And Jerry Reed spoke on this today, and I'll see if I can't find this thing too. He spoke on this today too. Because not only is it your obligation, but it's your God-given authority. God, our Maker, has given you the supreme being of whatever we want to. The fucking man has said, "You guys need to do this if this is what's going on. This is part of you, life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness."
All right, so I saw
Pursuing our
this,
kids. Yeah, what is it?
and it's from the 10th Amendment. I follow him. I love him. It says, the origin of all power is in the people, and they have the this word, uncontestable right to check the creators of their own creation.
Right. That's it.
It's what it is. And I posted it on my Facebook page.
Yeah.
Oh, and
So,
we're live.
yes, we are live. Rod Dangerous says he's sick and tired of the corruption. Yeah. So what are we going to do, Rod Dangerous? What do we need to do? They're stealing our kids at the rate faster than a child per minute.
Yeah.
That's killing a child to some family. That's putting someone to the death penalty in some family in the United States. Where is the outcry from the parents that aren't having this happen? Because I'll tell you what, if there was a parent in need, of something and they were crying out for help, I'll guarantee you a parent that has had their kid taken by CPS would come to them. Guarantee that fact. Because they know that pain. But it doesn't come the other way around. You don't see an overabundance of non-parental CPS fighters. You don't. That's right, Daniel. You tell them.
Danielle, did you get us that meeting yet?
Yeah, where's RFK at, Daniel? Dang.
So, all right. So, of course, all the other shit that you've been dealing with today, I get a call right before the show from my mini-me. And she's like the inspector general on her case. And you want to tell me why her file was not in the file? It was in an office. And when she went to inspect it and take pictures, there's a lot of stuff missing. And thank God she has all the originals.
And who's going to account for those missing files?
Oh, well, she's got an attorney. Oh, I'm sure we're going to find out.
That's very interesting.
Yeah, and she's going back up there at 8 o'clock in the morning because she told him to make sure that her lawyer got everything. And
Right.
whatever's not in that file, we've already sent.
Right. So she's all covered up and everything then.
Oh,
she's
yeah.
ready to rock and roll. All right. Good.
Oh,
But
yeah.
just the fact is, and this is why we tell everybody, check your folders at the courthouses. Once a month, go in there, tell them that you want to see. They're not going to let you take it, but they'll give you copies. Some of them will give you copies, some of them won't. But you can stand there, scan them in with your phone, do whatever. You can take pictures. Make sure that you have everything in that folder. Because if the judge can't hear you, not that we're even putting any weight on that judge, but if in fact he's going to be or she's going to be a true to what she says, honorable judge, then she needs to have your information so that she can rule on it properly. She can't say that you're a good parent if she doesn't have any information to back that up, because all she has right now is a bunch of malarkey from CPS, and that's what they're running off of. And you have to understand that. So, it's just
and make sure you keep all your original copies. right? Because like she has all her original copies, they're not even in her file. None of them are in her file,
Yeah.
or they've changed the paperwork to say something else.
Right.
And thank God she's a paper person.
Thank God for that. Let's see. Instead of pushing for abolishment, start pushing for reform. No, we don't need reform. That's the problem. Reform is not going to fix everything.
Band-aids.
Right. What are we going to reform? There's still going to be corruption because there's too much money going into this, flooding the system. You can't dismantle it piece by piece. You've got to just blow it up.
Oh God.
We have extreme government overreach. Oh, he's making another picture. Is
Huh?
he? Is he making another picture?
No, you just said some words. But anyway, we'll go right on over there. Anyway, so no, we don't want to blow up anything. We just
Oh yeah,
want to
I
tear
tiffed.
it down.
Hey, I just tiffed. Sorry, I tiffed out for a minute. I'm awful thirsty. I could have a Molotov cocktail right now. Yeah. Jesus. Why don't we all go to a federal building or something?
Oh God.
Lord Almighty, that's a tiff moment. But moving right along. Yeah. So short of doing that stuff, we can't. We talked about it yesterday in the show. Like, let's change. Let's change termination for reunification, or to turn adoption into reunification for the bonuses, right?
Yeah.
Like when we do something like that. Now that's a reform that I could see. I could see that.
Or taking
Absolutely. Have you ever seen that movie?
what movie?
No, finish. I'll remember if you
Okay.
hurry up.
And taking the money that we're given to foster care and put it into the families that need the help.
All right. And that's supposed to already be there, but they lie to us
Yes,
about
they
that
do.
too. Our friends in Flint, Michigan will tell you different about that. Have you ever seen the movie Monsters, Inc.?
That was Kingston's favorite movie until I realized what it was all about.
Yeah. But at the end, what did they do? All they did was turn the screams into laughs.
Oh, yeah, they did.
And then the world was a better place. That's all they did. They used the same equipment, the same everything. They just switched it. So instead of screams, it was laughs.
Yeah.
And it made everybody in the world happy. People, TV tells us something. They reveal themselves to us. And if you watch TV, they tell us what's going on in the world for true. They'll tell you what you need to do in situations if you can't figure it out and you haven't figured it out. You just have to watch and read between the lines. They just told us in Monsters, Inc. what we had to do to make everything better. And there's not a damn person picking up on the fact that what we're saying is just change that goddamn word. And it stops the kids from being trafficked. It stops everything. And their money can still come. Because at the end of the day, do you really give a shit about the money? I don't. Let them spend all that fucking money. As long as the kids stay home and come home, who cares? Spend it away. Blow it. Do whatever you guys got to do with it. That's fine. Get bonuses. But get bonuses for keeping them in their homes.
Right. Just switch the whole thing. That's all you have to do.
Yep. And you can save a bunch of jobs and everything else. That's the way to do it. But if they can't figure that out, then the only option would be to blow it up.
For me, it wouldn't be saving the jobs.
Sorry, I said blow it up.
What it would be
Jesus.
is saving generations of trauma.
Yeah, I agree. Month after month after month after month and month and month of seeing all this CPS malarkey,
But then again, you got to think like they do, right? Well, if we stop taking kids and causing trauma, then we're not going to be able to fill up these prisons that we have to pay.
Right.
So you have to see, it goes so much deeper than
Tiff,
that.
how's your saying go?
Which one?
Sounds like a them problem, not our problem.
Yeah, that's a them problem, not our problem.
That's right. It's not our fault that they privatized those prisons so that they could put more of us in behind the clink. They never thought we'd be smart enough to figure it out. Or they never thought that their power would be challenged so that they couldn't How is it that we're the freest country in the world, but we got the most people in prison? Answer
Yeah,
that.
exactly. The math ain't mathin'.
No, that is common. What do they call that stuff? Common core?
Yeah, something like that.
What do they call that new
Yeah,
math?
that's that.
It's like 10 plus 3 is 14 times 1 minus 3 times 6, 4.
Well, we're in real
I don't know
trouble
what
if
no, not
when they
algebra.
come home doing that kind of math, because we're
Yeah,
gonna be
because this is some ain't adding up math.
the math ain't mathin'.
Right, the math ain't mathin'. Yeah, what she said, math ain't mathin'. You always begin at one who's in control. Yeah, I'm doing it in John's voice. I'm reading in John's head, my head, John. Yes, Darren, you're always being at the one who is in control at the top. Yep. You're right, John. Absolutely right. Start at the head, baby.
Well, the way you catch CPS off guard is you know your fucking rights, because trust me,
What the hell is when the potato rooster is gone, the Chinese wall will crumble too? What
I
does
have no
that mean?
idea. Ask John. John, what does that mean? Could you elaborate a little bit
John,
more?
what the hell is that?
The way that you
God damn it, John.
catch them off guard is you stand your ground. Go watch my earlier videos. You'll see me do it. I don't give a fuck.
You see you running around with a ball of fire in your hand?
I wish I did have a ball of fire. I know a couple lightning strikes that need to go up some people's asses.
Woo, that's what yeah.
But you
I
also
said that earlier
have to
today.
have the backbone, right? You have to understand the consequences. I knew what my consequences were. I already knew if I went to jail, I'd be out in 20 minutes. They fingerprint me, all that happy horse shit, and I'll get right out. PR. But you have to understand the consequences, but you must stand your ground with CPS and the police, because the police can't intervene unless they have a warrant. They shouldn't even be there.
No, they're not supposed to be.
No.
So here's another recommendation. Call the cop. And here's why they don't help you. So again, I reiterate, do you know that the police only have 2 places that they have?
Where?
You know where those are? The police station and the town hall. Those are the only 2 places that the police have jurisdiction. They don't gain jurisdiction until you call them. So like when they're driving around and they're like, oh, something's happening. They don't have jurisdiction. You have to call the police to you for them to gain jurisdiction over that situation. That being said, this is why when they come there with CPS, they don't be like, oh, wow, this is wrong and this, that, and this, because they're under the guise of CPS's jurisdiction. CPS has asked them to come with them. So there's where the jurisdiction lies. So what I recommend is you call 911 and you get your own set of police officers out there. And you tell them what's going on. And you have them fight it out for you. Because we all know, if me and Tiff were in a house together in a situation and I slapped her in the face and the police came there and we were arguing where the kid was going to go, the police would say, this isn't a problem for us. You're in the wrong court for this. This is a civil matter. We don't deal with civil matters. Then why the fuck are you coming here when CPS is saying this is happening? Because if you take CPS out of it, it's just a damn civil matter and they won't do a damn thing.
Well, I'll tell you why the police are there. And if Darren slapped me, I would slap him back. So there'd be a full-on brawl up in this house. But anyway.
Correct. It'd be like the cartoon with the dirt flying and everything.
That's right. They're only there. And if you watch my conversation or whatever with the sergeant, I said, you're only here for her protection. And his exact words were, you're right. We are here for her protection. Fuck her protection. Okay? If you come to my door, you better believe you're opening Pandora's box. When I come out my house and you're on my property, we got a real fucking problem because I didn't call you here.
Mm-hmm. That's the facts, Jack. That's the facts.
I get it now, John.
The penis and the potato. Yeah. The dictator. Yeah. Yep. Good stuff.
And if the police do come to your house and you did not call them, I don't know if you all know this. Thank God my dad is a retired police officer. You can tell them to fucking leave. Go talk to the person that called you. I didn't call you. Get off my property.
Yeah.
You sure
What do
can.
you
You
do
don't
when the
have to
police?
open the door unless they have a warrant.
You know what
And you
warrant is, right? You know what a warrant is? They're waging war on you. You know that, right? That's what a war rant. Get it? War
right.
rant. It's the government's way of waging war on the people. War rant. She is doing some disciplining, folks. Why do they get to use our tax dollars for their own personal bodyguards? Right. Well, you know what's funny is I read this quote today. I don't know if any of you guys saw it on Facebook, and don't quote me on this, but it said something along the lines. It says you're pissed off because a drug addict is getting SNAP benefits, and then it goes on to say the government that you pay taxes to arms like terrorists. It wages war on enemies in foreign countries. It and it lists all these bad things that it does. It says, and then it says, so if me feeding a drug addict because they're starving today, well, that's the most noble thing that I've done with all my tax dollars, or something along those lines. It's really cool and powerful because that's it. Right, they're using our tax dollars for what? Their own personal gains, their own personal things, whatever they want to do. I mean, there's people out there that need those resources and they're not getting it. And just like in CPS cases, those parents, those families, if you gave those families that actually do have a problem, first of all, that do need the assistance of the people to raise their children, they could probably use that money over someone else using it in strange places that get to now spoil these children because they have an abundance of money, so they can take them to Disney World and they can take them to all these. And I'm guaranteeing you that's part of their plan too, to break that bond and make the kids become more in tune with the foster family than they are their own family. Give them all this money so they can break that bond. That's what it's all about, for sure. No doubt about
Yeah.
it. You know?
And you're right. They do use the police to intimidate you. But like I told him, y'all got the wrong fucking grandmother. My dad was a police officer. That's the only cop I'm afraid of. I'm gonna tell you right now, he's the only cop I'm afraid of.
Yep.
I think
And
half the
so,
police
how
department's
is
afraid
he?
of me.
How is your father, by the way?
He's doing fine.
Good. Prayers are working,
Um,
people. Thank you for
yes.
those.
I think I intimidate the Frederick County Sheriff's Department here because those bitches pick straws when they got to come and deal with me. We got to go to that house. Who's taking the short straw? Yeah,
A
because I
little
don't like that
firecracker,
shit.
little firecrackers coming out there with a little stick of dynamite, gonna throw them at us.
And she's going to be recording us, and she's going to pull
Yeah,
the body cam footage, and she's going to
yeah,
go to the NAACP.
right. She is the NAACP. Hey, I was thinking, I wanted to ask you about that. I think we should get the NAACP to back the Punisher app.
Well, I can certainly talk to my president tomorrow because I'm having an NAACP meeting tomorrow night.
I know. So that's why we won't be on tomorrow night till 8. Not that we're not
Yeah.
going closer and closer to that, but maybe the Earth does spin around because we always seem to never stay on our time schedule. It always gets shifted ahead. So maybe it does spin. I don't know. You know what? Want to watch some videos for a minute?
Yeah.
Want to see what's going on in the world? All right, let's check it out. Let's see. TikTok. Let's go see what's at the TikTok theater. See, I need to make a little cutaway thing for this, like a little jingle or something.
Oh, you're so funny. Have you heard from Derek?
I have not since our last interview. Have you heard from Derek?
No. See if he put up a new video. It came something dinged from my TikTok, and I'm not that good at that.
I thought he's cut out. Wasn't he banned from TikTok?
I think it's under reality.
Okay.
Something 3. I don't remember. But it wouldn't surprise me if he got banned from TikTok.
All right. Let's see here. CPS. That was a funny one. I'm the captain of the airplane. That's where it's posted.
Oh my.
Okay. My, oh my. Oh, your lady's up here. Her shit's gone viral.
Who?
The lady from yesterday that we played.
Oh, really?
No, Tiff, I'm lying.
All right, Darren.
That's enough, Darren. Take that little attitude and put it right back in your pocket.
I never said that. You don't have an
I never have
attitude.
said that before either. That's kind of funny.
Yeah. But I
I'm gonna
have
say
told
that to people more often.
I have told people to
Yeah,
pack that
I've said
attitude.
shove it up your ass.
Oh no. Oh no. When people come
Oh
to my
my.
house and they got an attitude, I tell them to pack that shit back up and put it back in their fucking car. They can go home.
That's right. But what if they live at your house?
Oh, they got to go somewhere. You got to go somewhere. You can't stay here. Only one of us is allowed to have an attitude in this house, and it's me.
Yeah, I imagine it probably is. Okay, here we go. Let's do it. Oh shit, wrong one. Sheriff. Sheriff. Tiff, is the full screen covered?
No.
We just have a little one right now?
Yeah.
Oh my.
Oh my.
We are family.
Yeah, we need to get her on.
I'd like
Alicia.
to get this lady on too.
Flash, CPS can't just rip your kids away from you anymore. And
oh, this is from the Family First Act. This is interesting. It's on there, Tiff. Look. Look how big it is.
I can't. Now it's bigger.
Yeah. There, yeah. See how fast that happened? One push of the button and it gets huge.
Oh my.
Oh my. Okay. All right. Oh boy. Okay, are we ready? Everybody got their popcorn and sodas? Here we go. Let's go to the movie.
What's her name, Darren?
Family Court CPS Justice.
Did you get that, Alicia? Okay, go ahead, Darren. Got it.
Okay, here we go.
it's because of the Family First Act. They bank on your ignorance about not knowing about this act, and so they put in just some BS language saying they've complied with it when they really haven't. So let's dig in. The Family Prevention Act was passed in 2018 and put into law in 2020, and it changed the way that Title IV e-funding reimbursements are made. They require states to first show that they have made reasonable efforts at reunification before removing your children. The punchline is that while states are putting in that language into their motions, and they have to, they're required by federal law, they're not actually doing anything to prove reunification. Before this law, states only got federal funding after a child was removed from their home. Now, this law totally changes the way that child welfare uses monies. The government finally realized that foster care shouldn't be the first response, but preservation of the family of origin is always the first response. States aren't doing this, and it's our job to catch them because the public defenders aren't going to do it, and nobody else is. If CPS tries to remove your child, you remind the court that under the Family First Act, the courts must make reasonable efforts to keep the family intact before child removal is an option. This means that they must offer preventative measures first. So the reality check is that CPS says that.
Oh no.
Hello everybody, my name is Jamie.
And
TikTok does not want you having this information because
I messed that one up. But let me ask you this.
Hello everybody.
I'll get it back to it. I'm sorry.
All right, so newsflash, CPS can't just and so what can you do about it? What you need to say in court is this. Your Honor, under the Family First Act, the state...
Hold on. Do you hear Connie Reguli in this?
No, I'll listen a little closer.
Turn away Wait, turn away from the screen and listen.
Has an affirmative duty to provide reasonable efforts to prevent removal and to provide documentation and evidence of those reasonable efforts to prevent removal. This has not been done yet in my case. This preserves this on the record for an appeal, and it puts them on guard that you are aware of this law and the requirements that they have to fulfill it. Even if the judge objects to you requesting the reasonable efforts, you still say, for the record, I would still like my objection to this removal because of this violation of Families First Act, which is a federal law requiring that reasonable efforts be documented and offered. Those have not been offered to me in any form or fashion. CPS has to do this. This also ties into a lot of that's going on and the arguments and the debates about passing new federal legislation. While this is awesome, it's going to take time, one, for that to happen, like years, and two, just like this law, we have to still hold them accountable to actually do what federal laws say. So it's amazing and wonderful that this law was passed and put into act in 2020. How much has it changed the reasonable efforts? Not much at all. How much different is CPS acting, or whatever it's called in your particular state? It's not acting very different at all. And so put them on notice, hold them accountable, then fight within your state to make sure that they're actually using the legislation that's already been passed by the federal government. We've got to stop all this going back and forth about where we should put our focus. Let the people trying to make change in DC do their job. In the meantime, take advantage of the legislation that has been passed and hold them accountable in your state. All right, so newsflash, CPS can't just take the kids away from you.
I mean, I love that. I love the defense that she's giving everybody and everything. But man, I'm telling you, I really hear Connie in that, and I can see it. She must be related to Connie somehow.
It might be your daughter.
Or is it the AI replicating Connie?
Oh, you got to come on our show, Cyrus. I see you now. I didn't know that was you. Yes, Darren. I'm going to get in touch with him. He is awesome with child support. Oh, I love him. He told me I should have a constitutional boot camp.
Hell yeah, you should.
Yeah, so I'm going to get in contact with you tomorrow, Mr. Osiris.
Whew. All right. All right. Next.
Hello, everybody. My name is Jamie, and in case
TikTok does not want you having.
Hello, everybody. My name is Jamie, and in case you don't know me and are new here, I am one of the very few lucky people who beat CPS, even though they had a 3-year witch hunt out for me, tried to do everything in their power, and I had a judge shut them down. And I use that to fuel I use all the anger I had towards them after 3 years of like, what the hell is wrong with these people? To go back to school. I'm now a 2nd-year law student, and my whole goal when I'm done is to solely defend parents against CPS. And unfortunately, I still have to learn all the other stuff too. I wish I could just study this. And we don't learn that much about it in law school, I'll be honest. We don't. Everything I've learned, I've had to dig deep myself. But what I can say is, I think one of the things why I wanted to go so bad was, like, I just never understood, like, why do they not want like CPS's goal on paper is to literally, this is not verbatim, but literally it is. I had it memorized at one point. It's literally to empower and strengthen parents to prevent any future, like, risk of harm, right? So strengthen and empower parents. That is technically their goal, like, on paper. That is not what happens, as many of us find out. They will break you down, destroy you, and then be like, why are you having a reaction? Like, you take people with trauma already and traumatize them more and get mad at their trauma responses. It doesn't make much sense. And I just didn't understand, like, why don't they want parents with their kids, right? Well, then you look into the money. Look into the money. It's clearly a documented financial structure. It's very easy to find. It does not take a lot of effort. Mainly one being the Title 4-E funding. That literally says children children have to be removed from the home for them to get federal funding. That opens the money. If you are simply in a case where they are give you a case plan and the kids are at home, they don't make that money. But once a child is taken from the home, bonus points if they have special needs are deemed a trauma case, or if they have sibling groups make more, then that opens up way more. And yes, there are adoption bonuses, very clearly. So you have this system then where they're literally rewarded for taking your kids. Literally, if they don't take your kids, they have no money. When they take your kids, they get their reimbursement for paperwork hours, caseworker hours, supervising hours, therapy, any diagnoses. Like literally, it just becomes like, you know, like when you're writing off all your expenses for work and you're like, what can I do? What can I get for this? And everyone kind of just starts being creative. Like, oh, I bet I could write off my nails because I have my nails in here. Like, that's literally what they do. It becomes like this pipeline of like anything we can bill for, we will. And we won't reimburse. And we'll get it because your kids are taken, right? And we painted you out to be this traumatic, trauma-ridden, mental diagnoses. Kids don't have to be real. They just have to market as that. And a lot of times these judges are in cahoots because the funding, where do you think some of it goes? And
TikTok does not want you having this information because this is the third time I've tried to make a video. How to
So we talked about yesterday.
GPT to be
Remember?
CPS cases.
That's what we
first
were,
we're going to load ChatGPT. It is a free.
So we talked about all this stuff yesterday. So you guys can see how much it's compounded. The money is compounded into everything. I'm going to skip over this one because we did talk about this yesterday. Don't listen about that. You go get the cpspunisher.com. Go there, the cpspunisher.com. Go there and get the app.
Hi, my name is Jamie, and if you're new here, I am a parent who fought and won against CPS for about 3 years, and now I'm in law school, and I am trying to become an attorney to represent parent CPS. And the whole purpose of my channel now, originally when I was in my case, it was just a venting piece that was used against me and weaponized against me. But now I really am trying to make it a place where parents can come and learn some information and have it be factually sound and not based off emotions. So I was originally going to post a follow-up regarding ASFA and the timelines that are put on cases and how that's weaponized against parents, but that's going to be moved back because if you'll notice on my last video, a caseworker, of course anonymously without a photo because, you know, they're protected and not parents, stepped in to say, oh, reunification is always the goal. It is pushed. It is literally drilled into our heads. And I just want to say, yeah, of course it is. Reunification has to be the goal. Legally, in nearly all cases, the law requires reunification to be the primary goal unless aggravated circumstances apply. That does not mean that the agency hasn't already decided in their heads that they are going to TPR you and they are going to try to terminate your rights and that they think you're an unfit parent in their heads, or they just are annoyed with you and they just want to punish you. That's not what it means. It just means on paper, legally, for about 15 months.
Oh, shit. Damn it.
When CPS tries to strong arm you, intimidate you, or make you feel trapped in their process, this clause gives you an escape route. Okay, that means your state can't ignore established law just because they feel like it. This question freezes the room because now you're speaking constitutional law, not emotion. When CPS tries to strong arm you, intimidate you, or make you feel trapped in their process, this clause gives you an escape route.
What clause is it?
That means your state can't ignore established law just because they feel like it. This question
wants you to buy her book
because now you're speaking constitutional law, not emotion. When CPS tries to strong arm you, intimidate you, or make you feel trapped in their process, this clause gives you an escape route. Okay, that means.
This is the lady.
The CPS money loop they hope you never learn. Let me explain something in just a couple minutes that will change the way you see CPS forever. When a child stays at home, the system makes zero. Nothing. Nada. Zilch. But the moment a child is taken, oh, that opens up a whole federal pipeline called Title 4-E. and they get reimbursements. Listen what they get them for: caseworker time, court filings, supervision, transportation, therapy, placement, paperwork, everything. But only if your child is taken. Oh, and foster companies, they're paid per child per day. More money for trauma, more money for behavioral labels, and more money for sibling groups. So ask yourself, why do they fight so hard to prevent your children from coming home? Probably because when your children do return home, that means there's no daily rate, no 4-E reimbursements, no agency billing, no adoption bonuses, and no therapy. Reunification kills their funding. And yes, there are adoption bonuses, real money, and bigger bonuses for trauma cases, special needs, therapeutic level, and especially sibling groups. Oh, if you have 4 kids, that's a massive payout category. 4 diagnoses, even more. A therapeutic sibling group, oh, they've hit the jackpot then. Oh, and here's the most corrupt piece. The same agency being paid for your kids was supervising your visits with them. If you succeed, they lose funding. That's a conflict of interest. It's not an opinion, not a conspiracy. It's a documented financial structure. Once you see the funding trail, you understand exactly why different families are targeted. And please like, share, book.
I just wanted to pop on here real quick and make a comment.
Stop these for a minute.
Yeah.
The CPS money loop, they hope you never learn.
I just wanted to pop on here real quick and make a comment to maybe help us adjust our mindset. So we're all against CPS and family court corruption. It is the biggest epidemic in our country. Children are being trafficked.
All right, there we go.
So tomorrow night, I think we should do regular time because I just got the king of child support to come on tomorrow night.
Oh, sick, really?
I swear to God, he's right there. The one God of law.
Yeah.
I don't want to say his name wrong. Mr. Osiris. Yeah, he's on here now. So I told him I was going to tell you in a minute.
Smokes. We are getting popular.
Oh, I love this guy. Adrian watches him too. Adrian, him and Adrian are friends too. So he will be on tomorrow night. So,
shit.
And he knows all about the funding. This guy is super smart too. So, 7:45, and I'm gonna hit him back right now just to remind him. 7:45.
Thank you, man. I look forward to this.
You'll like him, Darren.
I love him already.
Okay, go ahead.
All right. Here we go. This one seems like it's going to be interesting.
And sold for bukus of money. And actually, funny enough, I was watching a really old episode of Grey's Anatomy the other day, and it hit me because they made the comment, I think it was Bailey, that like social services are out to just like, I don't know what she said, but it was it caught my attention big time, like just, mass murder everybody. And it made me think, of course they're not. Who goes into social services wanting to be a social worker, then be involved in child trafficking? It doesn't make sense. And so it made me think, and it made me see them as on a more human level. These people, I do not believe whatsoever. I mean, of course not. They don't go into the profession wanting to hurt other people or other families. The average person that decides social worker, I wanted to be a social worker at one point in time. I wanted to foster kids, all that stuff. That's a natural human quality that compassionate, empathetic, do-gooding people want, right? We want to help other people. So what happens Well, first of all, we know that that CPS workers, or whatever they're called in your state, have one of the highest turnover rates of any profession in the country. And one of the main reasons for that is when they get in there, and it's not just that they can't handle.
I didn't do that one. It just did it on its own.
The CPS money loop, they hope you never learn.
We've already seen that one.
Oh my God, who needs Lifetime?
Do you
TV
see what he
Network
says
when
in
you
the
can just
comments,
listen to
Darren?
Josephine and Jocelyn's true story.
I'm
from
in
being
TikTok.
the system,
I'm
because
not
it's
there. What did he
exactly
say?
What it
Oh,
reminds
he
me
said,
of.
I'll
I
be
swear
there.
if
And then
this
he
isn't
just
turned
texted
into a
me and
movie,
said, I'll see you then.
oh my
Can't
God,
wait to
it
meet the
needs to be. I
Punisher.
will watch it. Any movie
Oh,
production
well, awesome. I can't
producers,
wait to meet him
directors out
either.
there,
It's going to be
please
awesome.
listen to this story. You're going to want it. Full disclaimer, everything I say in this TikTok based off of factual information, and it is here for educational purposes only. As a former CPS caseworker, I have decided to make it a mission of mine to give people an outlet to share their
I'm so excited. The last show that him and I did, it went an hour and 45 minutes.
Oh, my.
He was like, Tiff, you need to hold a Constitution boot camp.
Well, we need to get back into the webinars, Tiff.
Yeah, we do. That,
We need
and
to
he
start
does
doing-
webinars too.
Yeah, so we need to start doing some real webinars. It's time to turn this thing up.
Yeah.
We need to set the standard. We need to set the standard.
Yeah.
You know, because there's where all these people, this is so funny right now. You know, like you go, it's like a trending topic, CPS is. But where will they be next year? Not here. Not fighting with us. Not nothing. We watch this every time this goes on. You know, and I know. And tomorrow night we have the man himself. Wow. One God of Law is coming here to the Tiff and Punisher show. It's exciting.
Oh, I'm excited.
What, did you just happen to notice he was there?
Well, you know I'm blind as a fucking bat. And I said, oh my God, I know that picture. Because we're friends on Facebook.
World's gone mad, knock at the door like judgment.
Well, tomorrow night, he'll be here.
They steal your blood, call it saving souls. Now that's the devil's.
All right, everybody. See you then.
There's a portal waiting for it in the dark. Step through, brother. We void the chains, we rise from the rubble, cry out. It's time. Woke to the shadows, creeping blue lights, flashing cold, single moms holding tight, but the system's bought and sold. False tip from a snake, no orange, just a greed. Rip your babies from the crib, plant the poison seed. I've been there, brother, needle scars and courtroom wars. Lost my way in the haze, but truth cracked open doors. Now the agenda's pushing hate, segregate the strong from weak. Racial ghosts in the files make the innocent look bleak, but don't medicate the rage, let it resonate, accelerate, educate on the voids. I've been seal their fate from the foster cage to the family stage. We meditate on the five blades out, cut the grass, serpents scatter in the night. Oh God, void the chains. This world's full of liars and thieves. We need you now before the heart bleeds and grieves. Save us, we can't save ourselves. It's the cry from the lost. Step through the portal, pay the cost. Void them all, no matter the frost. Void the chains. Void them now. Reclaim the flame. Rise up somehow. God, we need you now. In this punished portal vow, one day they'll see the truth. Chains break, we break through it.
Expert whispers in the hall, judge stamps the fear like ink. Immigrant dreams turn to nightmares on the brink, they blink. Falsified tests, cover ups thick as the midnight smoke. But we got the bond to load, the scripts that choke, the joke. Troubadour, trouble home, serving justice from the fringe. Daily rooms to war room rooms, where the real ones binge on revenge. No more silence in the storm, cue the thunder, heaven's sake. I see you, our shields up high, we accelerate. Hearts awake, they thought they broke the bomb, but blood runs deeper than the ink. Portal opens wide, one tap, watch the tyrant sink. From the rated dawn to the dawn of the free, we void the venom, family tree, rooted deep eternally.
Oh God, void the chains. This world's full of liars and thieves. We need you now before the heart bleeds and grieves. Save us, we can't save ourselves. It's the cry from the lost. Step through the portal, pay the cost. Void them all, no matter the frost. Void the chains, void them now. Reclaim the flame. Rise up somehow.
It's all good till it ain't. Nocturnes to snatch in the night. But the real ones don't fold, we hold the light. Ignite the fight. I prayed in the pit, felt the chains like a noose around my neck. Now the portal's to prayer, void the wreck, resurrect. Troubled souls rise, the storm's coming, but we own the rain. No more puppets on strings, cut them loose, feel the pain. Turn to gain, oh God. Void the chains, this world's full of liars and thieves. We need you now. Need you now, somehow. Save us, cry for help, portal vow. Void the chains, reclaim the flame. God, we need you now. One day, truth lights the sky. Death through punish, pour down. Death through punish, pour down. Death through punish, pour down. See the truth, chains break, we break through. Oh.
We know it's all about the money. It's all about the money. We know they lie. We know it's all about the money. We know they lie. We know this is corruption. Does CPS know what they are doing to the children?